Good morning, I'm Kofi Mensah, and this is Chale News for Monday, July 7th. Samreboi's flood mud isn't even dry, and the excavators are already back. Accra has no landfill, and that's why the floods hit so hard. Plus, France and Burkina Faso have officially cut ties. A lot to get into, let's go. We've been watching the anti-Galamsey story, and this is infuriating. The June 29th floods killed 34 people and displaced nearly 90,000. Barely weeks later, the excavators are back in Samreboi. An open letter to President Mahama is now asking the question directly. Does this government have the political will to confront the interest behind illegal mining? Or is Ghana just stuck in the same loop? Crackdown, cameras, quiet resumption. Full breakdown on Chale.news. Here's something that should have been front-page news years ago. Accra has no landfill. Every rubbish truck has to drive all the way to Nsawam, which means fewer trips, waste piling up, drains getting blocked. ESPA says that structural failure directly made the June 29th floods worse. No crackdown fixes this without a permanent disposal site. GMET has admitted it. The flood warnings didn't reach ordinary people in time, so now they're building an SMS alert system with the NCA and telecoms companies, targeting deployment before year-end. It's the right move. The question is whether it arrives before the next disaster. A University of Ghana epidemiologist, Professor Ernest Kenu, delivered a blunt message on July 6th. Ghana's cholera and COVID outbreaks aren't coming through the borders. They're coming through contaminated water, weak surveillance, and absent sanitation. With 90,000 people displaced and crowded, the outbreak conditions are already here. The US is back offering health funding to African nations, but with strings. Countries must boost their own spending, give priority to American pharma, and accept conditions critics say compromise national health policy. Ghana is among those holding back. With flood-driven disease risk sitting right now, that hesitation carries real weight. France and Burkina Faso are done. After Ouagadougou severed ties on June 26th, Paris has now formally expelled Burkina's diplomats, completing a near-total French exit from the AES bloc. Mali and Niger already went the same route. For Ghana, which shares a northern border with Burkina Faso, the security fallout isn't abstract. The detention of ex-NAFCO CEO Hanan Aludiba is getting louder. The NPP has formally accused the Mahama government of political persecution. Deputy General Secretary Haruna Mohammed saying the NDC is taking the law into their own hands. Meanwhile, Hanan's lawyers are waiting on a High Court habeas corpus hearing to force the BNI to justify the detention. The Interior Minister revoked all civilian firearm licenses. But civil society groups are asking, then what? The Jatike Centre says there's no roadmap for what license holders are supposed to do next, and that neither the Mental Health Authority nor the Ghana Police Service are equipped to handle recertification at this scale. No government agency has responded. This one is going to sit with you. A 15-year-old girl at Asincroft Frodo Basic School was being groped by a male classmate during a school weeding exercise. She warned him. He didn't stop. She had a cutlass. The boy is now hospitalized. His family wants a police investigation into the school's handling, not just the incident. The girl's repeated warnings are the part that shouldn't get buried. Some genuinely good news from the Education Ministry. GET Fund is being directed to allocate 100 million Ghanaian cedis every year to special needs education starting 2027. Over 9,000 learners with disabilities are in line to benefit. There's also an immediate raise in the feeding grant to 15 million Ghanaian cedis and 40 million Ghanaian cedis set aside for assistive devices. Ghana has signed a rail freight deal with MES Logistics, 2 locomotives and 20 wagons going to work moving industrial cargo off the roads. Transport Minister Joseph Bukari Nikpe says it'll cut logistics costs and reduce heavy truck accidents. Rail revival, slow and steady. PwC's new CEO survey. 73% of Ghana's top executives expect revenue growth in the next 12 months, the most confident they've been in years. But 1 in 3 say they're exposed to tech disruption they're not ready for, and nearly half expect tariffs to hurt. While underestimating the risk, bullish but watch those blind spots. FIFA scrapped following Balogun's red card ban for the USA's World Cup last 16 tie, even though its own rules say that kind of appeal isn't allowed. Trump publicly claimed he made the call. For Ghana, still rebuilding after a World Cup exit, the episode raises a hard question. Are FIFA's rules actually the same for everyone? Full analysis on Chale.news. Sports Minister Kofi Adams says the answer to the Black Stars' struggles starts in the schools. Annual inter-school competitions as the foundation, with Mahama committed to investing in U15, U17 and U20 structures. He's also ruled out dissolving the GFA long game, we'll see. Finally, Lauren Bennett, one of the voices behind LMFAO's party rock anthem, has died at 37. Her former group GRL broke the news on Instagram. No cause of death shared. 37. Far too soon. That's your July 7th digest, Chale. Every story has more depth at Chale.news. Go read, share what matters, and we'll keep watching. See you tomorrow.